Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today we are first going to be taking the Fiat 500 for its MOT. Hopefully no advisories. That is what we're looking for. I didn't realise on this car as well, guys, that it's only done 33,000 miles and it's got a full main dealer service history. What a car. And I've just done the timing belt, the water pump and the full service as well. So yeah, going to be a great little car for someone. It is the facelift model, so it's got all the obviously gizmos and gadgets and the touch screen and all that sort of upgraded stuff that Fiat did after, I think it was 15 or 2016, 16? Yeah, 16, something like that. But yeah, MOT today, guys. And then when we come back, we have got one of my subscribers' cars in the garage for a little bit of pre-MOT repairs and then an MOT after that. So once he turns up, I will explain what we're doing, what we've got, and we'll go from there. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre with the Fiat 500. So let me show you the results on this one. So there we go. No advisories. Again, that is what we want. It's not done a lot of miles since the last MOT anyway. Look, 31,591, 33,354. Yeah, so it's not done a lot of miles between MOTs. That one there, look, 20 to 21, then 21 to and jump back up. But I think, oh no, that weren't COVID, was it? Might have been. Yeah, it might have been. 2022. But yeah, anyway, sorry guys, I'm talking to myself there as well. It's done, MOT'd, no advisories. It's finished, it's cleaned. Apart from a little bit dirty because I've just gone back from the MOT centre, so I need to wipe that back down. But it can go up for sale, and let's just see how this one goes. Thinking of putting it up for 4,995, and then see how it goes. And then obviously, if someone would knock me down a bit, then that's what's going to happen. But if I start it at 4,995, I think that's a fair price for this car. I've seen 2015 reg with more miles going for 4,995, and this is a 17 plate with less miles, just a timing belt as well, full service, got a new MOT. It is just ready to go for someone. So I think 4,995 is quite a fair price for that, and let's just see how it goes. So that is what I'm going to do. Right, let's get this one outside and swap it for the another little car that we're doing today. We've got to do John's Fiesta, his red Fiesta. He bought that Fiesta off me for a couple of years ago, and it is absolutely spot on. But we are going to get it through an MOT, and we've got to do a little bit of repair on the rear suspension on the Fiesta. Quite a common issue with the Fiestas. So let me swap it over for that, and then I'll explain exactly what we're going to do. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, here we go. We've got John's car in the workshop. We've got to do a little bit of repair on the rear. That's why it's this way. But John, yeah, he bought this car for me, or he asked me to find him a Fiesta a couple of years ago now. So he's had this for a couple of years. It's absolutely lovely. He loves it. It's in great condition. He does look after it. Whatever needs to be done, John gets it done. He seems to bring it back to me as well because, you know, I sold him the car and I'm used to it. And, you know, he likes to bring it back. And other garages seem to sort of, I don't know, just overprice everything when it comes to doing bits and pieces. And, yeah, my prices are nowhere near what other garages are charging. So basically, with this one, we are going to be doing an MOT today. But before we do, we need to change the very, very common rear bushes that they go on these Fiestas. So we're going to do both sides on the rear suspension. It's a bit of a pig. It's a bit of a job, but once they're done, they're done. Because at the minute it's creaking and crank, like when you're driving it over bumps and that, you can hear it knocking and banging around. A very, very common issue. I know if Dave is watching, and you remember Tom, who come in, done a little bit of work experience. He's driving the blue Fiesta around, and his one's knocking and banging a little bit as well. So that's coming in. I think it will come in soon to get these done. But very, very common issue with these Fiestas. So we're going to be doing this for John's car, and then once we've done that, I'm going to check it all over, MOT check, pre-MOT check, just to make sure it's all good, and then MOT and see how this one goes. So let's get set up. We've got to take the wheels off. We've got to drop the subframe down. We've got to get the old ones out. It's going to be a bit of a job, guys. But let's crack on with this one now. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, as you can see there, I'm starting to get to where these bushings sit. Now, I've only just realised and seen that I don't think we need to replace these. Now, there's a reason for that. Normally you do, because these are quite a popular, quite a common thing to fail on these, on the rear of these suspension subframes. But if I show you in there, so as you can see, the purple bits on both sides, they are poly bushes. So they haven't failed. There's no way that these have failed. So I'm not going to replace something and charge John for doing something that doesn't need to be done. They definitely, guys, don't need to be done. They're poly bushes. They last 2 or 3 times longer than the standard ones. The standard ones normally last about 90,000 miles or 10, 12 years old. They normally last that long. These, they're double that. So this is not his problem. This is not his problem. His problem might be just that they're squeaking and creaking, because when the poly bushes, they do actually creak a little bit. You know, it doesn't matter where you put those polys, they creak on the front, the back. It's just the design of the way they are. They're just a solid, you know, plastic, rubber, and they creak. So I am not going to take those out for him. They are much better, much better than these ones, I've got to be honest. So, because these are just standard, your bog standard bushes, and those poly bushes are a hell of a lot more money, and they're going to last a lot longer. So, yeah, I'm going to let John know that we're not going to be changing those. I'm going to put it all back together, and then we're going to be putting it through the MOT as it is. I'm quite confident, really. I'm quite confident that that isn't going to cause a problem with the MOT. Don't get me wrong, I did drive this. I dropped, when John dropped the car off, I took him back to the station. I dropped him off at the station. I could feel the car creaking a little bit, but I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think they're fouled. I really don't think they're fouled. But, you know, I'm willing to take that gamble and put it through the MOT because I honestly think that that's going to be fine. They're just creaking a little bit, and like I said to you, they do actually creak. Have I got another set? I've got some polys here, look, but I don't know. These are for another car, but they're the same sort of thing. So they're polys, Polyflex. These are for anti-roll bar bushes. So same sort of thing, but they're just a complete sort of plastic. I can't even get it open now. I wanted to show you. So yeah, so they're a plastic like inside as well. It's all plastic. It's a complete unit kind of thing. And you do get a bit of grease with it as well. So you get this poly grease, bushing, assembly grease. I think it's a multi-purpose grease. I don't think it's anything serious, anything sort of, you know, different or anything like that. But yeah, they do last a lot longer. I think these are for a Range Rover. And I had the Range Rover Sport for the anti-roll bars. You can get these poly bushes on everything around most cars, and that's obviously what someone's fitted on this. They've put it on the rear. So I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to re-grease them, try and put in as much grease as I can in there. But I think, like I said, I'm going to leave it as it is. So John ain't got to pay for. Yeah, John ain't got to pay for these now. It's gonna save him a few quid on his poly bushes. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's get it all back together and yeah, get it ready for the MOT. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, it's all back together, and I've done some pre-MOT checks just to make sure that, you know, bulbs are working and brake lights. I don't want no advisories on this one. It's had a no advisories MOT for a few years now, and we want to continue doing that. So, but I am quite confident that those bushes are going to be okay. I've checked the springs on the back and the front. They're okay. Discs and pads are good. Tyres, he's just changed some tyres. So they're all good. Yeah, so I think we're there. So I'm going to leave it like that. Got another probably hour to go to take it to the MOT centre. I'm going to take it over there. When I get back, guys, I will show you the results. And, yeah, we'll take it from there. But for now, bear with me, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys, I am back with John's Fiesta. Let me show you the results with the MOT. And, yeah, this is what we want. No advisories, MOT, all done and sorted. So, yep, there we go. No advisories, guys, and that is what we always want. It's had this for the last few years. And no advisories, MOT, really nice, and it's good to keep that momentum going, keep it on. I said to him about the rear Bushes as well, the poly bushes. I said to him about that. I said, can you just check it, have a look at it, see what you think? He said, they're solid. He said, no. He said, they're solid. So it's definitely not that that's making a little bit of a rattle. He couldn't actually pinpoint where it's coming from, but he did notice it when he drove it in on the ramp and off the ramp. So, but he said it's not affecting anything to do with the MOT, and everything seems solid. So he doesn't, yeah, he couldn't work out as well. But it's just annoying, really, for John that it's making a little bit of a noise, but it's nothing that's gonna, you know, it's nothing to affect the MOT whatsoever. So that's good. Right, okay. Let's get this one out of the way because I've got another customer's car in, and she's got a problem with an airbag light on her Mercedes. So let's get John's car out of the way. Let's bring the Mercedes in. I'll explain what's going on, and let's see if we can rectify it and sort it out. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, guys. I have got a Mercedes B220D in the workshop. I've actually seen this car last week, I think it was, week and a bit ago. And I've just done a diagnostics computer, I plugged it in because she's getting this message on the dash, and we was trying to figure out what it could be. So she's getting this here. Front right malfunction, consult workshop. And yeah, plugged it in, and it's relating to this seat buckle here. It's not, for some reason, it's not working correctly. That's what the computer's saying anyway. I plugged it in. She had another issue as well with the battery. I swapped that last week because I thought, because when I plugged it in, it came up battery. So I tested the battery and it was really low, the battery. So tried to charge it, wouldn't take a charge. So I've swapped that for her. And I thought, well, if it's to do with electrics, it might have something to do with the battery, because obviously it's dropping in voltage or whatever, and it might have a bit of an effect with the electrics around the car. But I've changed the battery and it didn't resolve it, but it did obviously resolve the battery issue, because it just would not have started. She would have had a problem with that going forward. So let me show you what is left, which is just that one code. And I did this last week, and we've had to order the part, and I'll show you that in a second. But I just wanted to show you what it's actually coming up with on the computer. So let's play with that. So there you go. That's the code that is coming up. This code here, and then it's current and stored, and it's the driver's belt buckle is faulty, an open circuit. So yeah, it's looking like that is the problem. Ordered the buckle last week. It has arrived right here now, because she turned up obviously with it and brought it back to me and said, could you swap it over? So that's what I'm going to do now. We're going to swap this over and see if that is going to solve her problem with this light. So yeah, let's get set up. Let's swap that over, clear the codes, and see if that comes back or it solves it. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, guys, that was really, really fiddly, but I've managed to swap it over. So this is the old one. Straight away, I can see a difference. Straight away, it's not coming up on the dash anymore. And then when you start the car, so no lights, it's not coming up, and the airbag light has gone as well. So, and I've, you know, that's just, I'll go to the scan. Let's go to the scan tool quickly. Put that ignition on. What a busy day. Busy, busy. So, yeah, all clear. Right, sorry about that, guys. Someone come to the door and wanted to borrow a grinder. So I had to cut off there, lend in my grinder quickly. And yeah, but it is taking forever to get back into the system, but it is clear. There's nothing, there's no codes on there, on the computer. So yeah, I think this one, let me just check the seatbelt. I think this one is ready. Yep, belt goes off. Comes on. So there we go. Happy days. Right, okay. I can give the customer a call. Tell her car is done. I think Mercedes wanted to charge her an absolute fortune just to sort this problem out. But yeah, I have absolutely saved her a ton of money doing it for her. Don't know how much the part was because she paid for it at Mercedes, and so I don't know what that was, but yeah, she's already over the moon and happy with what I'm doing for her and helping her out. I've already gave her a price for it. She's over the moon with it. So yeah, that is it, guys. We are done with this one. Right, and that is going to be the end of today's video. Done a few bits and pieces today, and yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, drop me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.